Hello guys, so now here we have to do bootstrap tabs and pills. Tabs, you can see from this picture what the tabs mean. So we'll do it one by one. Let us see. I have one HTML page where you can see for including the bootstrap I'm already having CSS, JS and this jQuery from the internet, this URL. Okay, now what I have done, I have defined a div tag inside which I have created an unordered list. Those guys who are well aware of HTML5, they can understand that I'm using an unordered list. So you can see the syntax inside unordered list. I have to define the different items in the list. So it is like that. And to summarize, what I have here is a simple list containing 4 options, that is home, menu, menu 1, menu 2, menu 3, like that. Okay, let me change this for you. Okay, save it and okay, what is its output? Let me refresh it. Okay, see, now you can see here, this is the output of this file tabs.html. What I have done, I have simply created a list of 4 items, that is home, menu 1, menu 2, menu 3. Okay, here now implementing the same, implementing the tabs. This is a form of a list. We want this list to be displayed in the form of tabs. What we will do here is ul, we will append a class equals to nav/nav tab. Nav means navigation and tabs mean the tabs that we are going to use. I'll save it and let us see what happens. Okay, so now we have got the tabs home, menu 1, menu 2, menu 3. You may have seen a large number of websites having the tabular the data in the form of tabs. We click on one tab, we get the data. So this is the basic concept behind creating a tab. You can see while I'm moving from one option to other, I'm getting the hover as well. Now if I want, by default I should get an information like I am in which tabs. Here you cannot understand which is the basic tab in which I am. So for that there is a class termed active. So class equals active. Okay, I'll save it and I will refresh it. Okay, so now you can see active means we have made that particular tab as active. So home is active, so now you can see there is a boundary coming over it, which means home is the default tab. Then menu, we get the menu and so on. Like this was the basic concept about a simple tab. Now you may have seen the tabs where we get a drop down. So for that, this is the example. This is the example, like, okay, this menu 1, menu 2, this is the example. This is a simple tab, but here we are having a drop down menu. You may have seen the same in several of those things. So I'll tell you the code. Tabs drop down. See, simply we included the class nav tabs. Okay, now in order to include the drop down inside the li, that is the list item, we included a class named drop down. So menu was a list item, so we included a class named drop down inside this menu. Now inside this menu we will have sub lists, that is sub menu 1, sub menu 2, sub menu 3. So what we have done here is inside this class we have defined this sub menu 1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and then we have closed the li tag. So for this particular tag, that is menu 1, the list item begins from here and ends from here. Only thing we have done is included the class drop down toggle and data toggle equals to drop down toggle. These are the most important things if we want to implement drop down within a tab. See, now you can see, I'll refresh it once again and see. This is a basic tab. In menu 2, menu 3 and home, I did not include anything. You can see home, there is nothing. Here li starts and li ends. In this menu, li starts here and ends, li starts here and ends. But for this particular menu one, the li starts from here and ends from here. Whatever the content is, we'll get it on the drop down. Why? Because we are using the class drop down menu for the menu items and drop down toggle for the main menu. That is this. See, you can see this. I'm getting the drop down as well. Now, the next concept about tabs is there is other form in which we can represent the data. This is called tabs. Other thing in Bootstrap is called pills. You can see from this thing. This is the concept of pills. So what we have to do is simply we can change the class, like instead of tabs we will use pills, pills. I'll save it and let us see what we get here. See, now the content that we get is in the form of pills. Pills is simply a kind of a buttons, so it depends upon us which UI we want. Either we want pills or we want the kind of tabs. Next case is the case. I'll show you the demo first and then we'll come to the code part. This is a toggleable tabs. That means when we are choosing home, we get the content for home. When we choose menu 1, we get the content for menu 1. When we choose menu 2, we get the content for menu 2, and same for menu 3. Means it is a dynamic tabs. We are getting data according to the tab that we have selected. So what I have done here, let us see the HTML part. Simply included the JavaScript files and Bootstrap, CSS and JS. Then first thing was including the nav tabs option. So first we have defined the tab. Now the content that is this content, this home or inside this menu 1, we have defined the content within this div tags. Okay, see, first the content for div home tag is in id equals to home. For menu 1 we have within id equals to menu 1 and so on. Now in order to make it dynamic, that is toggleable tabs, what we have done, inside the list we have given href hash menu 1. So what happens when we click over this menu 1, that is this menu 1 or menu 2, you will notice href is hash menu 1. So it will search the whole page and whichever tag is having the id as menu 1. See, if you can search manually, id is menu 1 for this div tag. So what will happen, the content for this menu will be loaded. But since we are using Bootstrap, we want to show some transitions. You can see these transitions happening. For those transitions we are using the class tab pane fade, which means when we are clicking any of the tabs, we get a fade kind of an effect. Means the data is fading away and the fading in. So this comes from here. So this was all about tabs. So now we have different types of tabs. One is this pills, or one is this menu, and the third one is the dynamic, or what we call as toggleable tabs. Thank you.